influenced our lives and shaped our lives. Without our mothers, we wouldn't be here, of course. Our parents are the beginning, if you will. And so it was with Paula Mauser, who's obviously John's and my mother. And certainly she shaped our character and our values, strong work ethic and everything else that goes with it. Most of the rest of what I'm going to say was written not by myself, but by Louisa Agatha Mauser, who's buried right here, and who's Mom's mother. And the first piece I'm going to read is titled "The Saddest Word." The saddest word in all the world is the word goodbye. And when you see it written there, emblazoned against the sunset sky, and that you know that this is it, that there is no other way to go, you know that your race is run, where'er you can do is now done. It matters not at this late hour in the race whether you have lost or won. What matters is how did you run. Your fellow man, have you broken hearts? Of loved ones have you strewn with wreckage your traveled path? Give an honest answer, this will be asked. Goodbye to that special one, from whose strong arms seem to flow strength to a frailer frame, one whose smiling face and loving eyes have told you all these years of the love and pleasure which life brings when one he holds dear. Give love that keeps him ever near. Goodbye to all the loved ones in your family, the ones you've cherished year in and year out, you know. Their ups and downs, you've seen them grow. Through childhood and in later years, take on the cares of grown men and women. They still seem to be your own, although in thought and word and deed, afar they have flown. So draw your garment closely to you, and silently go to your narrow couch, as the fading sunset darkens out of the western sky. And the flowers will bloom again with the springtime, and the birds will sing, and the earth again will be renewed, and love will stir in many a heart, and through the years, life will be lived in a pattern much the same as yours, with hopes and joys and sorrows, and memories will fade to a perfect rest with peace. And the second one I'm going to read was written at the request of John and myself, and is titled Paula Mauser Longley. A daughter fair she was to me throughout her growing years, and as the years sped by, she grew in grace and wisdom through life's sunshine and its tears. Times were good and times were bad, as times are apt to be, but she ne'er complained and did her part, as she always done, nor shirked a single task. She finished high school cum laude, and as she went on, this was the rule. Throughout the summer she sewed a wardrobe in a determined fashion. Suddenly I heard a happy little tune above the whir of the machine. She used the wardrobe for wedding trousseau, as she married her school day sweetheart, and we wished them well. They made us grandparents for the very first time. Another son was born some years later, and now there are many lovely granddaughters, which makes the story quite complete. Through great effort on her part, she completed school and now is able to hold a high place in her chosen field, education for the young, and she is loved and held in high esteem by all. So I think that describes my mother in many ways, through the eyes of her mother certainly, and of course she now joins her mother in rest, peace forever. Thank you very much. Could we have a moment of silence, please? And if you could play the music, I certainly would appreciate it. Could you turn the music? There you go. very much. That was my mother picked that piece, of course, and not only did she pick it, she bought the CD and told us which item on the CD she wanted played. So that was her. She planned all of this quite thoroughly, I believe. Mr. Ball, could you please say a few words?